Before we begin, subscribe to Mental Fitness Zone because today we are exploring one of the most powerful states of human performance, the flow state. Have you ever become so deeply absorbed in something that you completely lost track of time, your surroundings disappeared, and your actions seemed to happen almost automatically? That experience is known as flow. It is a psychological state of intense concentration, deep involvement, and efficient performance where your attention becomes completely focused on the task in front of you. Flow is strongly associated with the work of psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who studied the conditions that produce this experience. In flow, your attention is highly concentrated, distractions become less powerful, and you often experience a sense of control over what you are doing. The activity itself can become rewarding, rather than your mind constantly waiting for an external reward. This is why an hour spent in flow can feel completely different from an hour spent struggling to concentrate. The first step to applying flow is choosing a task that is challenging but achievable. If something is far too easy, your mind can become bored. If it is overwhelmingly difficult, anxiety can take over. Flow tends to emerge when the challenge stretches your abilities while remaining within the range of what you can realistically handle. Whether you are writing, studying, exercising, programming, painting, producing music, or solving a difficult problem, look for the point where the task demands your full attention without completely overwhelming you. Next, create a clear objective. Your brain concentrates more effectively when it knows what it is trying to accomplish. Instead of saying, "I am going to work," define the immediate mission. "I will complete this section," "I will solve these 5 problems," or "I will finish this part of the project." A clear target gives your attention somewhere specific to go and makes it easier to recognize progress. You also need immediate feedback. Flow becomes easier when you can quickly determine whether your actions are moving you closer to the objective. A musician hears whether a note works. An athlete feels whether a movement is correct. A writer can see whether an argument makes sense. A gamer immediately sees the consequences of a decision. Build feedback into your work whenever possible so your brain can continuously adjust its performance. Protect your attention. Constant notifications, unnecessary conversations, social media, multitasking, and interruptions repeatedly pull the brain away from deep concentration. Before beginning a demanding task, remove as many distractions as realistically possible. Put the phone away, close unnecessary applications, prepare your workspace, and give yourself a defined period in which your only responsibility is the task in front of you. One of the greatest advantages of flow is improved performance. When attention is intensely focused, you can devote more cognitive resources to the problem you are solving. Flow can support creativity, skill development, productivity, learning, and athletic performance. It can also make difficult activities feel more intrinsically rewarding because the experience becomes engaging rather than something you are simply forcing yourself to endure. Flow can also transform your relationship with practice. Instead of constantly asking, "When will I become good at this?" you become absorbed in the process of getting better. Repetition becomes meaningful because every attempt provides information. Over time, deliberate practice combined with focused attention can help develop increasingly sophisticated skills. The important point is that flow is not a magical shortcut. It works best when combined with preparation, competence, and meaningful challenge. Another advantage is the experience of being fully present. Much of everyday life is spent replaying the past or anticipating the future. Flow temporarily reduces this mental wandering because your attention is anchored to what is happening now. You are not thinking about 10 different problems simultaneously. You are responding to the next movement, decision, sentence, note, or challenge. This deep engagement can make ordinary activities feel remarkably vivid. However, flow should not become an excuse to ignore rest, sleep, relationships, or responsibilities. You cannot remain in flow indefinitely. Deep concentration consumes mental resources, and recovery is part of high performance. Use focused periods followed by appropriate breaks. The goal is not to work continuously until exhaustion. It is to alternate intense engagement with genuine recovery so your mind remains capable of performing at a high level. Flow is important because modern life constantly competes for your attention. Notifications, entertainment, advertising, social media, and endless information can fragment your concentration. Learning to deliberately create conditions for deep focus gives you greater control over one of your most valuable resources: attention. Your ability to concentrate determines what you can learn, what you can create, and how deeply you can engage with meaningful work. Ultimately, flow teaches you that extraordinary performance is not always about pushing harder. Sometimes it is about creating the right conditions for your mind to work naturally at its highest level. Find the right challenge, establish a clear goal, Create immediate feedback, remove distractions, build your skills, and give the task your full attention. When your abilities meet the right challenge and your attention becomes completely engaged, you may discover that the most productive version of you is not the one constantly forcing everything, but the one completely immersed in the process. If you found this valuable, subscribe to Mental Fitness Zone for more psychology, mental performance, and practical tools for building a stronger mind.